The Great Canadian Sales Competition, Canada's biggest student competition, takes place over 3 rounds and with the help of its 25 recognized sponsors and partners, teaches university and college students about the value of a sales skill set, as well as opportunities in B2B sales. And this year, the GCSC received almost 2,200 entries since its launch in October 2016. And from there, the submissions were narrowed down to 400 participating semifinalists. And during the final round the other day, the top 22 talented finalists conducted live pitch meetings at Google headquarters here in Toronto. Your winner is Carter Grant from Ryerson University, and he joins Canada Now. Carter, congratulations.
Thank you so much, Jeff, and thanks for having me on the show.
Oh, our pleasure. Now, you represented sponsor and recognized Canadian tech company FreshBooks for the finals and received the top prize of $7,500. You were participating as a finalist for the second year in a row. What did you learn the first time around that helped you win this year?
Oh, wow. Well, I learned so much the first time around. I had the awesome opportunity to work with a great mentor, Osid from Sales Talent Agency last year, and he gave me some great advice that I could bring into this year. And also the judges gave me some great advice to just clean up some of my professional language that I used in my sales meeting. Some of the language that I used was, let's get this deal done, or let's talk to this client, or things that would remind the client that they were in a sales meeting rather than talking to somebody who can solve their problems. And so I changed that up this year, and it seemed to work. So
you're dumbing down your language so you could talk to me. That's what you're saying, Carter. I get it. That didn't go over my head. What did the competition itself teach you about business?
I mean, it showed me a whole new possibility and career path in business. At business school, we talk a lot about accounting, finance, marketing, consulting, international business, entrepreneurship, but we don't talk about sales. And I didn't even know that there was an opportunity for students to go into business-to-business sales and see that as a viable career choice. And so that's what I got most out of this competition.
What about problem solving? Because I would think that would be a big thing that you'd have to get over and wrap your head around in a competition like this.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Problem solving is the main issue. And part of that sales meeting, we're looking to uncover what the problem really is that the business is facing. And so by asking discovery questions and figuring out those pain points of the business owner, we're able to solve their problems for them and see if our product is a good fit.
This competition, I mean, it must be a tremendous networking opportunity for you and the other competitors as well.
Oh, unbelievable. There's 25 different sponsors, like you mentioned, 22 of which are represented in the final round where we get to work with a mentor from that company. I had the opportunity of going into FreshBooks office here in Toronto and getting to meet some of their support teams and their sales team, the director of sales, and really get those strong, lasting relationships that's going to benefit me further in my career. So absolutely.
You've secured a job already for you after you graduate, right?
I did. So I'm going to be joining the Shopify Plus team. I was able to connect with them last year when I competed in the competition. And then we just kept in touch over the past summer, and I signed with them early October.
Oh, great. Well, congratulations on that. And it's nice to see that they've kept their eye on you for as long as that. And also good on you for keeping that connection going for as long as you have. Can you take us through each round in what you had to do to finally win this thing?
Yeah, absolutely. So in the first round, we get to pitch. We do a 2-minute pitch of anything that we like. And so I pitched why you should make your bed every morning. And it sounds simple enough, but I pitched the benefits of making your bed and how it can improve your life and give you a sense of accomplishment, lower your mental stress and things like that. In the second round, I was given FreshBooks as a sponsor to pitch them and pitch them to a prospective client. So again, you're given another 2 minutes. You upload your video. And then in the final round, like you mentioned, we're bringing them to your live sales meeting. And so at this point, we have to pitch the value proposition and uncover those pain points that the business is facing, and then pitch how the product can help alleviate those pain points.
Can you make your bed pitch to my wife? I'll give you her number. Can you do that presentation over the phone?
I can do my best. We'll see.
You're not a miracle worker. I get that. What were your two live pitch meetings like? Like, what was it like making a pitch like this in front of like an auditorium full of people?
You know what? It wasn't bad. After the first 10 seconds, you kind of zone in and forget about everybody watching.
Yeah.
And you just get into your pitch and start asking questions. And it becomes a conversation, like the conversation that we're having right now. You get very natural and just try and have fun with it the most you can.
Would you have considered yourself a public speaker, like before finding out that business was this thing you wanted to do? Like, was that any kind of an obstacle? Because I know from firsthand experience, like way back when, I'm a Second City graduate. Like I took Second City classes, and in the early going, there were a lot of people that had taken those classes because they wanted to kind of shed their inhibitions a little bit, become better in front of an audience. In the business world, even just in meetings. And they took those classes as a way of getting over some hurdles and some obstacles that they had faced as far as public speaking is concerned. Was that ever a challenge for you?
Absolutely. Going into business school, I always had my worries about presenting in front of audiences, but it's an important part of business, like you mentioned, whether you're presenting in front of an auditorium of people or in front of a board meeting. And so I've joined clubs here at campus on Ryerson, the Great Canadian Sales Competition, and then also DECA, where I get a lot of practicing and doing presentations and then giving those speeches in front of audiences. So I was quite comfortable on the day of.
What about this experience with the other competitors? I mean, in the end, was it a bit of a galvanizing experience where you made contacts with those you were competing with?
Absolutely. We have a Facebook group that we keep in touch on. I even keep in touch with a lot of the finalists from last year as well. And so it is a good experience just to meet students from right across the country and keep those lasting friendships and connections for the future business world.
Good. When did you feel that you fell in love with business? I mean, like how far back did it go where you said, this is what I want to do?
I know that I knew that I wanted to study business from grade 8 in elementary school. And so it's no surprise that I'm here right now.
Do you have like a long-term goal? And you don't even have to say what it is, but do you have like a vision of what you want to be 10, 15, 20 years down the road of where you want to be, maybe both financially and professionally?
Absolutely. And it keeps me motivated and driven to try and complete that goal. But at the same time, if you ask me in grade 8, where I would be today, I wouldn't be saying that I'd be going into a career in professional sales. Yeah. And so I'm open to that goal changing, but right now I have some ideas on where I want to be.
Well, good. And I'm glad you have that vision, and I'm glad you were able to accomplish what you have done so far, which is a great amount. Carter Grant from Ryerson University, winner of this year's Great Canadian Sales Competition. Congratulations once again, Grant or Carter, and thanks for joining us. Really appreciate it.
Thank you, Jeff.